Hey there, it's Cheryl. I am so excited to bring this to you today. These couple things have honestly changed the way that I work and also that I present myself to my family and how I show up to the world. So I am so excited to share a couple things with you today. We're going to talk about the importance of the one thing. Now, if this doesn't make sense to you right now, don't worry about it. It will in a couple of minutes. I want you to consider something. About 2% of us are good at multitasking. Now, I know that there are a couple people, at least in my household, that think they're good at multitasking, and you know what? Who knows? Maybe they are. But if you are like me and you're not so great at multitasking, then this is going to be a great and enlightened couple of minutes for you, because it sure was for me. You know, sometimes we work really hard, and I think it's safe to say that most times we work really hard, whether it's at work or at school, around our colleagues or around our family. We are constantly working really hard, but sometimes we don't work smart. And so these couple tips are going to help you to work smart so we can learn to get better, quicker, go from good to great in a more efficient manner, and really learn a little bit of a tip of a world-class performer. So again, today we're going to talk about the one thing, and it's broken up into a couple different one things. First, we're going to talk about the small one thing. What this is the task that you are working on a daily, or what you're working on in the moment. So you always want to be very deliberate and focused on what you're working on. This will accelerate your progress and help you get proficient quicker. Again, not very many of us are proficient or good at doing more than one thing at a time. So whatever you're working on, whether again it's at work or with school, be sure it is very deliberate. You are very deliberate in the way that you go about doing it, and that you're very focused. For example, when I am shooting this video, I am 100% with you. I have a sign on my door, do not disturb. I have nothing else going on in here, so I can be 100% focused on how I am serving you right now. So again, focus on the small one thing. It can be even smaller. I could be thinking about, I need to look right into the camera, and that could be my very small one thing. But anyways, think about the small one thing that you're doing and make sure that you protect it so you're uninterrupted, and make sure that you're very deliberate and focused on that small one thing. I hope that makes sense. Now, a lot of questions that I get is, well, how do we know what the small one thing should be? And this is something that Gary Keller and Jay Papasan address in their book, The One Thing, which is amazing. And the big one thing is just a big dream that you have for yourself, or something that is important to you that you really want to get done. So with the way that we're thinking now, you always start with the end in mind and work backwards. So whatever a big goal is or a big dream is for the day, for the week, or down the road, you need to think about what that is, and plan backwards down to present day to figure out what your one big thing is. And one thing that they talk about in this book is you want to be doing what's most important to move you forward to gain progress towards that longer term dream. So I hope that makes sense. We've talked about the small one thing, the big one thing, and the last thing we're going to talk about is what I call the people thing. Now, in order for us to be world class at work, at school, or at home in our relationships, it's very important to do the one person thing. And that means be perfectly engaged with whoever you are with, if you're with one person or if you're with a group, to connect with everyone in the group. But most importantly, when you're one-on-one, it's very important to be the one person talking to the other person and have your presence to be the one thing. Now, I'm not sure if you had a look at the video that we shot for this, but it shows a tight rocker walking on a very, very narrow wire between two mountains. he is very present on the one thing, and that's keeping his balance. You should be that laser focused when you're having a conversation in person, over the phone, or over a video chat or anything. Be laser focused on that person, hearing them, and also trying to understand what they're saying, and also try and articulate yourself. No multitasking when it comes to talking to people as well. I call that the one people thing. So that can help us be as world class as possible when we are interacting with others. So I hope you found those 3 things useful. Again, we talked about the one small thing, we talked a little bit about the big thing, and also about the people thing. And if you can do all 3 of those, it will really help accelerate your progress so you can go from good to great and to get better quicker. Thanks so much for watching. Keep your eyes open for something that I call Mental Toughness Mastery. We're starting a monthly course. I'm so excited. We're rolling it out shortly. You guys, since you are on my list, will be the absolute first to know. So I'm super excited for that. Keep your eyes open for that. If you found this content useful, please do pass it along to a friend. Thanks again for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time.